Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for Friday, January 18th. January 18th. Um, I don't know about you, but this is the season right now for a whole lot of sickness and crummies and virus, and even just talking about it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm telling you. Good morning. Hello, Miss Cindy and Patricia. It gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking about. I mean, I got a lot of flying coming up, and the thought of someone coughing and, and I don't have a mask on just makes my skin crawl because germs are everywhere. My daughter came home last night, and practically everyone where she works is sick and got the crud going on. So I got to thinking, when you get that first little tickle in your throat, that's always a dead giveaway that something's about to go downhill. The first little tickle, what do we do? We're either going to start pumping the extra vitamin C and echinacea. Where's the warm salt water? I need to start gargling right now. And every time you look around, they're gargling warm salt water. Break out I need to make some chicken soup. What are we doing to supplement when we do not feel well? We got a whole lot of remedies out there to help us and try to stave off, what may be inevitable. We're going to wash our hands raw every time we go somewhere. We got a whole lot of old-fashioned remedies that we use to jump right on it. But then I got to thinking, what do we do when our personal development starts to get a little, hello, Mr. Threet, when our personal development starts to get a little tickle and we can see, we know, just like that sore throat. I mean, you could be in the middle of a conference call, you can be in the midst of a birthday celebration. When you get that little tickle, it's like, oh my goodness. I know that's a universal thought. Just, oh my goodness. Oh no. It's like, oh no, I know what's coming. When we get that little tickle, that interior tickle in our gut, related to our personal development or the lack thereof, related to our personal growth or the stunting thereof, what kind of remedies do we have for that? Because just like the natural cold or the natural flu, if we don't jump on it with something, some kind of massive dosage of vitamin C and echinacea and hydration, we are getting ready to go downhill. We're going downhill. Well, I'm pretty sure it's almost the same way in our personal growth, in our personal development. What do we have when we get that little tickle that, no, I'm stunted. I'm not doing something. Something is going on. Better listen to your gut. Thank you. And thanks for joining me live, Mel. Okay, so I got to thinking about that related to personal development and personal growth, because as Dr. John Maxwell says, and I will say forever and a day, if you're not being intentional about your growth, it is not happening. It is not happening unless you are intentionally, deliberately growing. So same thing. This is what I came up with, and I just figured I'd share that with you. So I just came up with 5 things that I do on the natural when I feel that first little tickle. The emergency packs, I start pumping them like nothing. Chicken soup, warm salt water gargles, absolutely. Echinacea and hydration. Hydration, just like, and I have to be conscious of that or else it won't happen, especially when it's cold. I'm not one to be drinking water because I'm already cold. So I have to consciously do that. And so I related the physical with a personal development. Echinacea C-packs. What are you reading? What are you reading? What are you studying? Because if you have slacked off, if you have changed course, it's not going to happen. You're right, Mel. If you have changed course from your reading, if you are used to reading motivational things, if you're used to reading biographies of people that you've respected and admired and looked to and brilliant minds, and now all of a sudden you're reading a whole lot of junk magazines, just like junk food. Junk food tastes good for a minute and it's going to show up on your body. It's going to show up in your arteries. So I have to check myself. Okay, I get that little tickle about I'm stagnant. I haven't grown. I haven't done anything. I'm just here. I'm just existing. What are you? These are the things I check. What are you reading? What are you studying? Are you reading anything? Have you been studying anything? Anything. My chicken soup analogy goes to I'm a huge podcaster, listening to podcasts. Okay, so same deal. I do a lot of commuting. I like a lot of commute. Even when I have the opportunity to ride with people, I like solitary time in my vehicle. But I feed myself with podcasts. So if I get that, what's going on with me? That unsettling feeling. What about the podcast? What about podcasts? Thank you. What are you reading? So feed yourself. I I have someone who has newly been introduced to podcasts and they are just like loving every minute and they're eating up a whole lot of stuff. Okay, there's a whole lot of different stuff out there. What are you feeding yourself? My warm salt water analogy, what are you watching? These eye gates, what am I allowing to entertain me? What am I allowing to entertain me? Okay. My echinacea analogy, this is huge for me, my accountability partners. Because echinacea is like a shot in the arm to me, especially if you do massive doses of it. It's like the miracle drug with some vitamin C too. My accountability partners, have I silenced them? Have I given them the Heisman, like, I don't need your help right now, thank you very much? Okay, you have to be careful about that. When you invite people into your life to hold you accountable and then shun them and then quiet them and then shut them down, we do a disservice to ourselves. So are your accountability partners active in your life? Have you given them free reign to check you on some stuff? Because accountability partners will take you further than you ever could go by yourself when you choose them strategically. I always use the analogy. If it's cold outside and it's rainy, and I say to my partner, girl, it is cold out, rainy outside. We do not need to go out there running today. And she says, yeah, you're right. She is not the one for me. She may be good people, love her to the moon and back, but she's not the one for my accountability partner. Okay, so when chosen strategically, they are like, wow, Mel, you are on the money as a scribe today. Thank you. And lastly, this hydration. We cannot live without hydration. You can get away with missing several meals, but you're going to destroy your internal organs and your life if you try to go without water for very long. We were never designed. So that very essence of who you are to keep you alive, to sustain yourself, for me, have I been out of the presence of God? That's my hydration. If I have taken, because he's not pulling away from me, if I have removed myself from the presence of God, if I have found other stuff to busy and eat up my time so that or to dull my hunger for him, that's akin to hydration. So just as vigilant as we can be in this season with the germs going around, you washing your hands and disinfecting stuff, and first little tickle, you're gonna warm salt water and vitamin C, all of the supplements and all of the intentional remedies that you use to stave off a cold or the flu. We need to do the same type of emergency intervention with our professional life, our professional growth, our professional development, or we will be sick. We will become sickly. We will always stay in a state of less than and just like the cruds. I don't mean to seem like this, but I think I'm close to being a germaphobe. I tell you that. I think I'm close to being a germaphobe. So that is what are your remedies? What are your remedies for your personal development, for your personal growth? I love you, Mel, and I appreciate you. Thank you all for all who are joining me, who are sharing out, who are keeping up with your own supplements. Okay, because when you're sick, you infect others. When you're contagious as well. Thank you for joining me. Social media brown out to the end of the month, so I promise you I'm not being rude or arrogant by not responding to your written, responses. I am appreciative, but I go off the social media scene right after this. So much love, much appreciation. Make this a fabulous Friday and get your remedies back in place. Until next time, take good care of yourselves.